Guys, what's going on? I know it's been a while. Hope everyone is doing okay. I wanted to put out a video today because although I've been thinking about it, I wasn't sure if I should make one on this topic, but I feel like I should because when I was looking at something earlier, I just had a moment where I had to stop because it was like a surreal moment in time. I couldn't quite process what was about to happen, or I should say what I was about to see. So to give some context, basically, oh yeah, and the other thing I want to mention before I get started, the other reason I wanted to make this video is because part of the reason I have this channel is to make like an archive. So I can definitely, look back, remember things, and other people as well, my friends and family and things like that. So that's just the lead up because maybe it's probably more than most people want to share, but basically to give some small background, some small context. I'm from like a single family, I should say single parent family. So the other side of my family, I'm half Chinese, is Chinese. I grew up though only with, the Mexican side of my family. So I never really met them or talked to them or anything like that, just like zero communication. I've never even seen a photo of, the person who is my dad. So but recently, I saw a video actually on YouTube, and it was about this girl who was also, somewhat similar to me, I guess you could say. She was born in the U.S. and she got her Taiwanese passport, and I thought that was just like such a good move, and it kind of inspired me to look into, potentially getting mine. But the only problem with that is you need to be in contact with whoever that Taiwanese relative is to prove your mom or your dad or something that you should get the citizenship by descent. Anyway, so I was going on a search for my dad basically, and you can imagine this is very unusual because like I said, I've never talked to him, I've never written to him, I've never seen his photo, nothing, just zero. I try to explain to other people. They say, "Oh man, that's too bad. You grew up a single parent." It's but it's slightly like I think they're not understanding the situation. So from the point of view of like a single parent person like me, imagine if someone told you you had a third parent. Now, upon hearing that news, you might be like, "What?" The other thing though, on top of that, not knowing, is that you wouldn't have much of a connection with that person. So you would have already thought you were complete with, two parents, but an extra one is just like, well, I guess it would be nice, but it's like, I'm already here, I'm already doing what I'm doing. Anyways, that's just to give some more context. So I was looking around and I actually paid a small amount of money for this trial service, and I found, it's hard because my dad is like 76, so it's hard to find social media and good online footprints. So I basically was searching for what appeared to be relatives, basically children of his, and they're much more active on social media. So I found someone by the name of Sherry. I won't say, the name, and that's like just the English name. It's actually, it's like a Chinese name officially, so that's just like an English nickname. But I found someone by the name of Sherry, and this person finally had like a good online footprint. It was mainly just social media, so I was looking at some accounts, and when I clicked onto one, it was the first Facebook profile that had like a photo of the person in it with their face. I checked a few others, but I don't know if they just have it set like that for strangers, but it's just like a picture of land or some rocks or the sea. But this one had, a person's face, like a human face, and I saw the profile, and it's a really small thumbnail, so you couldn't quite see the details of the face. You just know it is a face, and then you move to click on it, right? So you can enlarge the photo. And as I was doing that, I had to stop because I thought to myself, this person who I'm about to click on the profile is a stranger, and at the same time, this is probably, potentially, dare I say likely, actually my sister. Isn't that crazy to say that sentence? Like if you could say your brother, literally your brother or your sister, your blood brother or sister, and you've never seen them, and to be in a situation where it feels just surreal to even maybe click on a photo it's just, so I took a moment there, and I actually haven't looked at it yet. I thought it would probably be better to make this video first while I'm still, have these thoughts fresh in my mind and I'm still in the moment. But I will go back and I will look at the photo. The other scary thing, not scary, but thing that's just a little bit frighteningly surprising is I basically was searching around online for people, that are, I guess, close to and have the same last name as, my dad, because I know his name. I just don't know all the other info. I just know the name and like his age and stuff. And, basically his children. And when I clicked on some photos on Instagram, because, Instagram's very photo heavy, there were other people with the same last name that look like, friends, colleagues, relatives. I don't know, like less or more, not so close relatives, maybe a cousin or something. And when I looked in the photos, I thought, man, those Chinese people look kind of like me. So that's a really scary, like, thought or feeling. Again, not scary, that's probably not the most accurate word, but it's just surreal when you look. It's like when you look into a mirror, and it's like when you look into a photo and it feels somewhat like you're looking into a mirror. You don't expect to see, your features reflected in the photo of a stranger, especially not to that degree. And then my immediate thought was, oh, I'm overthinking it. There's a lot of people who look like me. That doesn't mean anything. And even though, they have the same last name as my dad and my other relatives, but it's quite distinct. Like, not all Chinese people look like I do. So anyways, I will leave it there, and hopefully we'll have an update for you guys. But I think now this is like one of my current goals, or my current missions, is to really kind of see if it's possible for me to get my Taiwanese citizenship by descent. It's just a place I really love, and part of me feels like it's such a huge coincidence that I was never exposed to any kind of Chinese culture, and somehow I ended up in China, and somehow I ended up in Taiwan, even though I have zero contact with, the Taiwanese, Chinese side of my family. It's just like, you can be from any country in the world, you're born in the US for some whatever reason, and somehow, you make your way back there, even though, that parent, or you had no influence and nothing was actually guiding you. There was no reason for this to happen, or for me to go there. Or maybe there was. I'm not a person who believes in fate or destiny, but it does seem unusual. It does seem like a very big coincidence, but we'll see. So I just think that would be amazing if I could become a Taiwanese citizen, and maybe get a little bit closer to that other kind of, undiscovered, the other side of who I am, my other half, basically. But if you guys have any, ideas or thoughts, comments that might be able to help me out. It is like, a process where you're just like searching in the dark a lot. Maybe you know someone who's done something similar, or you just have any, good tips on how to find people, information on people, maybe agencies or people who are professionals doing that. Do let me know. And no, really, this time, let's leave it at there, guys. I'm glad I could share that. So like I said, I hope everyone's doing good, and let's talk soon, guys. Take care.